The Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. Here we are, over 11,000 words on this paper, The Words of Mary. May 22, 2025. In a 1987 article, The Viable Human, Thomas Berry wrote that education would preferably comprise a conscious sensitizing of children to communications made by the universe about us. This would entangle students and teachers in all the music and poetry of the universe, as well as the revelatory presence of the divine. In my years of teaching music at all levels, from early childhood to undergraduates, educational structures are both too large and too small to accomplish this type of learning. By too large, I mean that curricula are often designed, written, and packaged for sale by distant others, with no experience with these humans in this classroom. Curriculum designers neither have more nor better experiences teaching children, nor are they more connected to the evolving universe, Mother Earth, and the lived places than these humans in this classroom. Rather than depth or breadth of knowledge, pursuit of wisdom, or self-reflection, these curricula offer promises of efficiency and illusory improved scores on the vicious standardized tests in basic reading and mathematics that children are exposed to each school year. Children are drawn into screen time by these curricula, compelling children to use more than the daily time limits advocated for their mental well-being. There has never been a pope who has claimed as much control over children's lives or required as much blind faith and compliance as curricula do today. By too small, I suggest the goals of these curricula are small-minded, tedious, and inadequate to the task of educating people ready to reflect on, care for, and improve their places, nations, the world, and the universe. Good students sit silently in their seats all day, their eyes transfixed on the ill flicker of laptops and smartboards. Good students, students who adopt the morals of today's educational systems, who concentrate on high-stakes tests and behavioral modification plans, are scarcely fit for anything but the most menial work, sitting every day in cubicles, interacting with tedious computer systems. It is not an education suitable for the persons echoing the imago Dei that Christians know must be in those desks. Education today takes active, living children and mutes them until they become the desk-bound dead. Education has become a new church, a horrifying cult that is cruel and all-powerful. Despite the educational system with the ecological crises, Mother Earth needs the education Berry conceived of more than a decade before the first high-stakes tests were enforced universally in my home Commonwealth. Berry built his ideas on Teilhard's evolutionary spiritual system, ideas which were optimistic in the face of two world wars, mustard gas, and the atomic bomb during his lifetime. Dare we also be optimistic in the face of stultifying schools? Having graduated high school in 1993, the only standardized test I ever took was the SATs. Newer teachers taught within the belly of this vicious testing and curricular whale seem less capable than older teachers at even understanding there is a problem. Many are unable to imagine learning happened before standardized tests and packaged curricula delivered on laptops and smartboards, when teachers and students cultivated meaningful, face-to-face, voice-to-ear, and eye-to-eye bonds. Who could expect more for these miseducated people? While the system is spiraling downward, unevolving, hope is unimaginable, but for God all things are possible. Who knows how children may emerge from this system? If we had lived in the past, could we have imagined Christians would have existed past the first century, or subsisted after the collapse of the Western Roman Empire 4 centuries later, or that humankind would have survived the nuclear arms race of the 20th century? We may yet mend 21st century climate change, halt plastic and e-waste production, preserve land and water to restrain species extinction, and build stronger relationships with God and with one another. There would be no need for hope if success were likely. Even working through us, our salvation will need the Mighty One, doing great things for us.